Hey, Pure Soul members, Merry December to you. I'm super excited that you guys are here with me, and I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for being part of the Pure Soul community. I really do love sharing my time and my spirit with you, and I hope that you find benefit in our connection. Before we get started on the spiritual focus topic for this month, I want to share a few Almapura updates with you. This month's Ask Nikki Zoom will be held on Thursday, December 21st at 6 p.m., so I hope that you can make it. The members' discounts for this month are 20% off any individual session using coupon code 24U. And then I have a new discount this month for the Pure Soul members, which is for the Empathy and Me workshop. And that is a 50% discount for the Empathy and Me workshop for the month of December. So I hope you take advantage of it. And even if you aren't an empath as your sole job, this workshop really helps you to connect with your own energy and other people's energy and to develop an empathy in you, simply because this workshop really calls to attention the way that our soul moves through our body in a connection with other people. So I really hope that you take advantage of it, and it's a really good discount. So yeah. Okay. For that one, use coupon code empath50, and that'll get you the discount. So during this month's Zoom, I thought we could take a little bit of time to discuss last month's video, the 5 people that you need in your life. The video, it impacted me so much. I swear I spent a few days really pondering these concepts and trying to figure out the roles in my life. So, just for a refresher, we have the comforter, the confronter, the challenger, the counselor, and the celebrator. And maybe we could talk about that when we get together at the Pure Soul. So if you haven't watched it yet, I encourage you to do so. And if you have watched it, maybe go back for a little refresher on the descriptions of those different roles. It's really thought provoking. So now I want to move forward and talk about our spiritual focus topic for the month of December, which I just simply titled Inner Truth. And I want to talk about this in a way that, well, the spiritual focus topic for this month points us toward a deeply personal and transformative experience of finding your inner truth. And I hope that we can all spend time this month of December, even with the chaos going on, to spend time getting to know ourselves and really kind of diving deep into that inner truth and how we describe ourselves. So our lives are busy, and it's easy to get lost in the expectations of other people, of societal norms, the constant noise around us, the chaos around us. And sometimes we find ourselves kind of conforming to the external pressures or doing things that we don't really want to do, and self-sacrificing a little bit, just trying to fit into the mold that um, kind of takes us away from our authentic self and who we truly are. So the concept of finding our inner truth can seem like elusive, it can seem very overwhelming, but if we can do it, and if we can discover that inner truth, we have unlocked the key to a fulfilling life, a very purposeful life. And that's what I want to try to share with you today, and kind of a summary or an overview of how to get started in that. I do offer Almapura workshops for the beginning. It's called Almapura the Beginning. And everything I talk about today kind of is more of a general description. But if you're interested in doing something like that, I'd love to host a Almapura the Beginning workshops with the Pure Soul members. If you guys are interested in that, maybe we can get together sometime and do that. So let me know, just shoot me an email or anything if that seems like it's of interest to you. But back to inner truth, there's some steps that we can take and some concepts that we just want to take a look at to guide us through that process of discovering our inner truth. So I think like the first thing that we really have to focus on is self-reflection. And one of the first steps of discovering our inner truth is self reflection. So, finding inner truth is about peeling away the layers of our human conditioning, and it's about shedding the expectations that have been placed upon us. It's about like digging deep into the core of our being and discovering really what genuinely resonates with us. So, in the quiet moments when we're introspection, we can ask ourselves some important questions, some key questions that might really help guide us toward that deepest truth about ourselves. So, what are my passions, or what are my values, or what brings me a sense of fulfillment? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the experience that have shaped my life, that have shaped me, that has helped me to define who I am? Self reflection, when we do something like that, it really lays the foundation for the core of your being. So finding our inner truth is not just about self-discovery, it's also about having the courage to live authentically in your truth. And our own truth requires us really to embrace everything that's unique about us and to be able to stand in the convictions of who we are, even when the world around us may not understand or support our choices. So it's about listening to that inner voice that speaks to us. And, our inner voice is really often drowned out by the chaos of external experiences. A lot is going on around us all the time. And it's hard to kind of hear that inner voice when it comes up, or we hear it, but we kind of push it aside because, well, we're in the middle of doing something. And so that's where it becomes difficult to discover who we are when that inner prompting gets pushed to the side. And I always do want to just remind people that when we embark on this journey of self discovery, we evolve. And so as we're evolving, our understanding of our own inner truth also evolves. So it's a dynamic process that requires us to be willing participants about all of the experiences that shape us as we move forward and as we discover our inner truth. So the second step I would consider being like identifying your core values. And our core values are the guiding principles that shape our decisions and they shape our actions. It's important to take time to identify your core values because what principles really resonate with you at the deepest level? Maybe you were raised to believe in a certain way, but as you reflect on your own inner truth, you're starting to discover that you're no longer aligned with the way that you were raised. Maybe societal and familial forms of belief, they don't resonate with you. They don't define who you are. They might define who they are, but they no longer define who you are. So it's important to keep your actions aligned with your truest values and your sense of purpose and fulfillment, then it naturally comes. Because when you're in alignment with yourself, you're just naturally guided toward the things that bring you fulfillment. You're even guided toward friends and people in your life and careers that bring you a sense of purpose and a sense of fulfillment. And I think that is so key, is discovering your core values, because you're going to end up where you need to be if you do that. The next thing I think is really important is you have to be vulnerable. And vulnerability really is the gateway to authenticity. It takes a lot of courage to embrace vulnerability, to acknowledge your own imperfections, your fears, your uncertainties. And when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to a deeper connection with yourself and a deeper connection with others. And it's through being vulnerable that your inner truth begins to emerge. Because if you're not vulnerable and you're always, in a defensive mode or a self protection mode, um, it kind of pushes others away and it keeps you locked inside. So try to maintain a sense of vulnerability, not only with yourself, but with others. Share yourself and share who you are with them. You know, if they don't like it, they'll let you know, and then you can stop sharing. But don't not share of yourself just because you're afraid of what could happen or what people may say or how they may treat you. Just kind of live up to yourself and allow yourself that vulnerability to express yourself the way that you need to. And I think the next thing that is really important is letting go of expectations outside of yourself. So, like external expectations. And a lot of times we're shackled by the expectations from other people, from the society, from our family, from our peers. This step involves really breaking free from those kinds of like those chains that come from what other people think you should be or what other people think you should do. So you kind of have to ask yourself, are the expectations placed upon you by others or by society or your religion or your faith, are they authentic to who you are, or are they just kind of like a mask that helps you to conceal who you truly are? So I think it's really important that in this step of discovering your inner truth, that you're letting go of external expectations, because it will liberate you and it'll allow your inner truth to kind of shine, and it won't put any constraints on you. And you won't allow others to put or impose any constraints on you. So I think that that's really important to let go of the need to please others. And yeah. So let me see. I think that the next step, I don't know if I really want to call these steps, they're just different things that we can do to help discover our inner truth. But I guess I would say this step is about embracing continuous growth. So, one of the things I discovered in my journey of finding my own inner truth is that I knew my inner truth. And then 3 days later, I knew another inner truth. And then a month later, I knew another inner truth. So, discovering your inner truth, it's not a static process. It's like a journey of continuous growth. So embrace change and try to start to see the challenges that are presented to you more as opportunities for learning, and not that the world is beating you up or knocking you down or crushing you. Just try to view challenges that come up in your life as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to move through your triggers, an opportunity to connect with your most authentic self about that really difficult situation. And this step involves really being open to your perspectives that evolve. And you might learn something from a spiritual perspective about your inner truth, and then it can change because you start to gain new insight, or you start to see a little deeper into yourself, which allows you to see deeper into other people and other experiences. So you'll find that your opinions and the way that you look at things and your perspective, it kind of changes. It becomes more adaptable. You become with the ability to see things from all sides, basically, because it changes all the time. So, growth is an integral part of the journey toward authenticity. Don't forget to be compassionate with yourselves. As you navigate through the complexities of self discovery, remember to be nice to yourself, to be kind to yourself, to embrace self compassion. Acknowledge that this journey is not about perfection, but more about embracing your unique self with all its intricacies. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer your very best friend in the world. You know, that's really important. And live authentically. Live authentically. the culmination of all these different little things that we have talked about today, um, kind of doing all of those things and taking time to focus on all those things helps you live the most authentic and fulfilling life that you can. Because this life is really about expressing your true self in your thoughts, in your actions, in your relationships. When you live authentically, it's inevitable that you're going to radiate a genuine kind of vibration or energy that resonates with other people. And when you do that, when they feel that from you, it inspires them to embark like on their, and when you do that, it inspires them to embark on their own journey of self discovery. So it's like this ripple effect happens. And I think that I wanted to talk a little bit about this, like just in a general way, how do we connect? What are some of the things that we should pay attention to or look at to discover what our inner truth is? And so I hope that really helps everybody. In conclusion to this, the journey of discovering your inner truth is like it's like an adventure or a profound expedition, and it unfolds by being self reflective, by identifying your core values, by embracing vulnerability, by letting go of the external expectations, by embracing continuous growth, and by cultivating self compassion, and ultimately living a very authentic, fulfilling, happy, and joyful life. So I hope that this information kind of gives you a little bit of motivation to dive deep and get to know yourself on a level that won't prohibit you from sharing your authentic self with the world around you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for spending this time with me today. And I hope to see you at the Zoom. And don't forget about our discounts. We have a 20% discount on an individual session and 50% off the empathy workshop. I hope you guys take advantage of that. Have a great day. I love you.